We're continuing our zip trip here in Clemson, and we had to make a stop at this very special spot called the Shepherd Hotel. You're going to be inspired by it. I'm here with Rick. He's the brainchild behind this, and you're working on some more of these as well. But first of all, tell us a little bit about the Shepherd Hotel and what makes it special in the country, maybe even the world.
It's a 67-room upscale boutique hotel. So we'll start there.
Yeah.
There was a need for that in the Clemson market. So, but most importantly is where we started was my third daughter has Down syndrome. And any parent with a special needs child would tell you that we go through three things when the child is born. Are they healthy? What kind of life are they going to have? And what happens when I'm gone? So being in hospitality, I immediately started working with organizations, primarily down in South Florida, like Project Search, Goodwill Industries, those organizations that transitioned individuals with disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, etc., into some type of job. Long story short, you fast forward, I started experimenting over the past 18 years. What works, what doesn't work, what jobs are good, what jobs are not. We lived in the upstate some time ago for 3 years and just fell in love with it. Oldest going to Clemson, she learned back in 13 of a program called Clemson Life. So Clemson Life is kids like mine, and by the way, we've got two. We adopted a boy with Down syndrome. Kids like mine get to go to college. They get to go to football games. They get to walk the campus. They eat. They participate as college students, but they're not sitting in biology 101. We heard of the Clemson Life program, fell in love with the upstate while we lived here, and I started thinking, how cool would it be to bridge the two, partnering with Clemson Life, teaching these students hospitality, as well as gainfully employing local individuals with disabilities in a hotel setting. Fast forward to today, we're actually, this month is our second year of being open.
Congratulations. And I imagine not only, the job element is a big part of it, but also the interaction for other people who may not understand how to interact with folks that have different abilities.
You picked up on probably one of the unintended benefits. We call it the butterfly effect. So here's a good example. Father came in to drop the son off, incoming freshman. He's from Boston. He is a general manager of a luxury hotel in Boston. He came up to me, never made, he goes, how did you open this hotel right after COVID? He goes, how did you find people? And I said, well, here's the math. 30+% of our staff have an intellectual developmental disability. I'm only hiring for 70%. He now employs individuals with autism in his culinary program in this luxury hotel in Boston.
Wow.
We call it the butterfly effect. So it's not only just, the jobs where someone comes in here and says, hey, wait a minute, they're doing it. I'm seeing these kids work in housekeeping and work in a restaurant. Maybe I have my hardware store in Ohio and I'm going to go home and I'm saying, hey, I know they can do it. So they start looking at this segment of the population and just saying the kid with Down syndrome can't do it. That's what we're trying to just eradicate. So there is that unintended benefit of guests who come here and say, wow, they can work, they can do certain, I didn't know of this, and then they go do something about it.
And it seems like the community is loving it too, because of coffee shop downstairs, so people can come in and kind of have meetings and different gatherings like that. And, being on the Kelly Clarkson show, I'm sure that kind of amped it up to the national profile as well. Talk a little bit about some of the folks coming here and how they're hearing about you.
Well, I think it's a combination of, you have your visitors to Clemson. There's also the local community. My partner and I set out that this Hotel A would look like it's been here forever. Like we were not going to build something that didn't belong on College Avenue. We achieved that. But more importantly is our local community. So we have, we have afternoon tea here. So you have a lot of the locals that will come in and sit here and have a Southern traditional afternoon tea, and they're going to be served by one of our special students. So we started off with, we wanted to be the community hotel. We wanted to be, that representation of Clemson and the upstate for those who are coming in from out of area. And, after 2 years, I think we're kind of achieving checking each of these boxes.
Amazing what you guys will be able to do. And you're going to continue doing that. You have a location opening in Columbia in the next few years.
Same thing. We, the Clemson Life program, there is a Carolina Life program on the campus of USC in the College of Education. So we're partnering with them and their hotel school. USC is one of the best hotel schools in the country. So we're partnering with them. We bought a historic firehouse and we're going to convert that to a 60-room hotel. Exact same model as the Shepherd.
Who knows, talking to you in 10, 20 years from now, you're like, there are 30, 40 Shepherd hotels around.
It's not even just the Shepherd hotels. It's also that family that came in from Ohio said, wait a minute, I never thought about, I need someone to help stock my store or whatever it might be. And they're going to look at this segment of the population for gainful, legitimate employment.
Yeah, and of course, all your workers here are awesome and special. I'm sure that there's a special Tanner Smith effect that happens after that television show came on as well. How many people come here? It's like, is Tanner here?
A lot. A lot. To the point where we had to say, we would get people walking in and they'd say, is Tanner working today?
And you're like, okay.
He's got to work. So, and Tanner is such a good soul.
Mm-hmm.
So Tanner would say, thank you for coming. I've got to do my job. And so because he doesn't like to upset anybody.
I'm
just,
sure.
Like I said, he's just good to the core. So we had to kind of work with Tanner when someone, hey, can we see Tanner? Can we take a picture? So we have to balance it.
Yeah.
But he is an extraordinary person and such a representation of like our team.
Awesome. So for the community watching this, obviously they can come and stay here at the Shepherd Hotel. Is there any other ways that they can be involved with what you guys do here? Or
the answer to that is multiple yeses. So one is we actually do a fair amount of business from Greenville and areas of North Carolina where they just come in for a night. They just want like a date night. Come in, have dinner, have breakfast, and depart. We also have the Delish Sisters restaurant, which is in the lobby of the hotel. A good portion of that staff, of course, are individual, whether Clemson Life students, alumni, or others. It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then we have the Thomas Bar, which is an indoor-outdoor bar on the 3rd floor. And that's where we serve afternoon tea on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that has been very successful at the same time. Again, we can't stress enough that we wanted it to be the community hotel, not just for Clemson, but for the upstate in general.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having us in today and telling us a little bit about the Shepherd Hotel. You can always go to the website that's listed on your screen. We'll be sure to put a link to it at our website, yourcarolina.tv. Congratulations, Rick. Thank you so much for having us in.
Well, Jamarcus, thank you. And hope to see everybody out here in Clemson.